Hey guys, welcome to another Vault video. It's been a while since I made one of these, but I figured since I have like a second mage now, it's actually going to be a bit more interesting gearing decisions for you guys to see and stuff like that. But alas, let's get started. First one I'm doing is just my main, right? So not expecting anything big. Probably just going to be like a socket or something. Unless there's like a tertiary stat in here. Yeah, there's no tertiary stat, so probably just going to take the coin. Do I have this ring on 450? Maybe I take that ring. I don't have it on 450. Normally I would take socket or the like, but I actually don't need sockets like at all. Right? What's my frost bracers? Oh, these are my frost bracers? I guess having socket for these would be kind of nice, but I can get socket next week. So I'm not stressed about that. I think I'd rather just take the ring since I actually don't have that item. Just to, alleviate somebody else's pain. Somebody else can get the ring instead of me. That's good. At this stage in the patch, like for me, I'm just like collecting every item there is so that I have every item that I want, right? For the next patch, that's all that really matters. Sockets and stuff like that is going to be guaranteed anyway, so I'll get plenty of those. Alright, so we're going to go on the alt mage here. I have 3 heroic raid vaults and 3 dungeon vaults. I'm really praying for a weapon because my weapon is currently 424. Obviously, I can craft it for 447, but ideally, I want to not have to like rush my aspect crests this reset. Like I can, right? Like I can just do like 4 keys. Maybe 5 depending on the numbers. But ideally I just get a weapon instead. I have tier, but 447 tier is not gonna be the end of the world, you know? It's gonna be fine to have. But yeah, weapon is the big one. An ominous chromatic could be nice as well. Just because it's like a rare item, right? It's hard to come by. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Like those are the big things that I really want. A heroic vessel wouldn't be too bad, even though I have a normal one. It's obviously like an item that I would be hunting for. But yeah, weapon, please. Okay, no weapon, which is unfortunate. Let's see. So we have 447 Avoidance Helmet. The problem is we want crafted helmets for fire, so I'm not really interested in that. 447 legs and 444 legs. Okay. This is not the best vault, I gotta admit. So obviously, like the choice that stands out is 447 legs. The only reason I'm like kinda hesitant about this one is because you can get 450 legs. So this is not even a bis item. It's obviously a good upgrade right now, but yeah. And then the other thing is I could just like get one from Mythic Raid, right? Like a 447 legs with no tertiary is certainly not an unobtainable item, I suppose. So then the question becomes, do I take socket? And I kind of like the idea of a socket. What I might do instead is to actually just, because I have this socket here, which is gonna last me for a while. And same with belt. Like ideally, I'm gonna craft a belt eventually. Hmm. That's a tough choice. I actually think I might end up taking a socket. I probably won't take it yet. I'll probably wait until after I do the raid. Because if I take this item here and then it drops in the raid, my vault just like I'm just wasting a socket for no reason, right? I'm essentially trading in like a socket just to have 447 legs for like essentially one raid, which seems like a waste to me. Especially when they're not even bis. If they were bis, I would take it, but they're not. So yeah, I think I'm unfortunately gonna leave it. But if I had to take something here, it's definitely between socket and legs. I think if I was pressed to make a choice, I'd probably take legs just because my legs are like not very good, and 450 legs are probably not like directly in front of me yet. But I think usually even if this was on my main and this was like prog and we were gonna reclear or something like that, I would wait. Because having legs for one raid is not valuable compared to potentially having an extra socket. So maybe not the most impactful vaults choice here, or the most interesting like viewing experience. But yeah, unfortunately, I think that's the best move. I logged on my priest, but as I do, I realize I actually didn't do any content on it last week, so I need to log out insta. I stopped doing stuff on this character because its gear is pretty good, and I'm not really stressed on getting items on it. So he's just on the sideline. All right, so we have the Druid. This Druid is basically best gear. Like I can get some 450 items, but the most impactful 450 item is the weapon, which I already have. Um, I did only do one vault slot on this last week because I ended up playing my paladin instead. So this is just a one raid slot, but it does have every item like potentially unlocked in there. So I guess best I can hope for is like some 450 tier item. That'd be nice. Like or the catalyst, stuff. Ziskan's autopsy scalpel. Definitely don't need that. I'm gonna just take like this is very low impact, like 2 coins, but like this item is literally useless. I will never use this item ever, so I'll just take coin. Maybe like if I take coin 3 weeks in a row with like one vault slot options, like they'll add up, even though I don't even need sockets, so it's kind of weird. Alright, let's get into the rat alt category, or not rat alt, but not the primary alt categories. So I have like 5 of these, I think. Pretty excited to see what I get. Warlock has been historically unlucky. Usually the item that drops is like either like oh maybe an upgrade but like very shitty stats on it. Like I got this cloak last week. Has none of my good stats. But it was an upgrade. Or I just get tokens, which I really don't want because I have 6 and full sockets already. Okay, another like no haste mastery at all. Like I really don't want this. But this is like 2 coins is nothing, right? But maybe I just take the coins anyway. I don't know, like I literally don't need the sockets. This is such a weird choice. I guess I can take socket because eventually I'm gonna maybe like craft another belt. I don't know. This vault is useless, like absolutely useless. Rings are gonna be 447 like automatically, and they're gonna be better stats. So I don't need this. And high verse is not something I want at all. So I'll take coins, but I doubt I will ever spend these. Unlucky. The crit verse on this character, man. If only this was a different spec. Alright, so I have 4 alts to go. So we have Forgotten. Forgotten is my M plus character for those who do not know. I am done pushing this season. We believe that we have secured the title because we're 3500 IO. And the cutoff is currently like 3350. So we should be safe. Unless they nerf the keys. Especially with the rate that the cutoff has been going up by. Like after the nerfs last week to all the like the god comp quote unquote, the cutoff only went up like very few points. It went up 7 points last week only. So if you extrapolate that against like 10 weeks, even if it goes up 7 points every single week, which is unlikely, we would still be safe by like an extra like 20 points or so. And obviously it's not gonna go up like that. I'm gonna put Holy Loot Spec because I do have a chance of getting a Rashok's Molten Heart. Because I did kill some mythic bosses. Okay. How the fuck do I have Onyx? I didn't... Did I kill this boss? Huh, I didn't think I killed that boss. Alright. Well, apparently we have 450 ring, that's good. Ooh, 447 legs is actually quite good as well. That's a tough choice. So 450 ring is good, obviously. It's very minorly better than what I have. I think it's too minor compared to it could be 6 eye level on legs. And legs is obviously a very high budget slot, so I think I'm just gonna take the legs. Like the odds of me getting like this ring will need a socket, and I already have a bunch of items I want a socket, so this ring is not going to be used for a while. So I'm just going to take legs here. Yeah, and I'll catalyze these later on. That's good. I do have sockets that I wanted to take. Like I have some items that I want to socket, like this one, which as you can tell, it's like 447, but I'm not using it because it doesn't have the socket, right? But the thing is, like, you're always going to be able to get sockets eventually, but you cannot say the same for weapons. So, or like for items, sorry. So, like, if I don't take these legs, there's no guarantee that I'm going to get legs in the future. Obviously, there's like a good chance I'll get one eventually. It's just like, I don't want to roll the dice, you know? Whereas sockets are basically guaranteed to drop at some point. Anytime you get a bad vault, so yeah. Alright, we got the Shaman. This character is an enhancement character. Uh, Unfortunately, I don't get to play enhancement much because nobody, no, we don't have healers that do keys, so I end up having to heal like an alt key always. But yeah, I'm on enhancement loot spec. Alright, let's see. 447 gloves. Okay, cannot complain about that. 10 eye level on gloves, good. It saves me an aspect crest, which is nice. Like with these alts, saving crests is always the best thing. I will say though, actually, now that I've chosen this, I do know that I'm meant to use some like weird, excuse me, some weird embellishment set on enhancement. It's kind of like the equivalent of like Azaweave, like a two-piece. Let's see. Ah, yeah. So one of them is gloves. What is it? Gloves, wind spirits, lasso, and drippers. What the fuck? What are those? Okay, drippers are shoulders. And then where's the lasso? Oh, this one. So waist. So shoulders, waist, and gloves. My waist is pretty nice. I guess actually for enhancement, the waist is not that nice, but it's like decent. Shoulders has decent stats on it. Oh, and yeah, the tier gloves have abysmal stats, so I'll probably end up crafting. So maybe this is an off-spec item. Like even obviously if I catalyze it, but it's okay. 2 coins wouldn't have been that high value anyway. No worries. That's assuming I've crafted those things, which are gonna take me a while to get it set up, so I'm not too worried about that. So I have two more characters. We have Alforgu, my warrior. It's definitely a slow roll project. He has like decent gear overall, but his trinket situation is very dire. Like definitely can have some better items, you know, but yeah, trinkets are very, very dire. So hopefully we get some trinkets. 447 chest? Ah, I already have chests, so this is a useless item. So unfortunately it will have to be 2 coins. But that's just how the cookie crumbles when you're doing these like one box characters. Alright, one more. We have Rorgi in the flesh. I need to sort my transmog out. My chest is not mogged. This is an Outlaw only character. I refuse to play any other spec, but I have a lot of fun playing Outlaw. What are we praying for in this character? I actually forgot its gear situation. Obviously, like weapons are always nice. A trinket could be cool, like a bomb dispenser would be pretty nifty. I have done the raid, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, we open Outlaw just so we can have a chance at Bilecrog tusks. Okay, none of those. Ooh. Hmm. So it's 447 chests, which I already have, but it does have leech. And 2 coins is pretty low value. So even though this is literally just tertiary, I think I don't care about 2 coins. I think I'd just rather have the leech, TBH. Even though this is like not a character where I'm gonna be doing content where the leech is like that valuable, you know? I think it's still good to have. Let me just slime these and then we'll call it a day. Not too bad overall. I do wish my alt mage got a better item. Because certainly taking sockets from your first vault is not what you want to see. But honestly, like, the weird thing about this season is that because sockets are so impactful, you don't feel as bad taking them compared to the past. So like even though, you know, it's like fucking abysmal, it feels really bad to take sockets. It's still not terrible. Because especially like with my second mage, the goal obviously is to have best gear, right? Like I will want to min-max that thing. So, yeah. Ah, my chest, man. What was his... Oh, it was just this? Okay, it was no transmog. There we go. Look at this beauty of a man. Holy fuck. Alright. But yeah, that's pretty much it, fellas. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video has been a bit insightful, maybe. May it help you with some gearing decisions in the future, anything like that. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.